What's going on, guys? This is another episode of Growing Pains with Zion Haynes, the only show to answer the question, who's this guy? Who are you? Zion Haynes. Austin Williams. Nice to meet you. And welcome to the first ever episode of Random Rants, which is technically the other episodes, but we're going to call it Random Rants.
New series.
New series alert. You know the rules? You know what the rules is?
I do not.
The rules are really simple. We pick a topic. We put 5 minutes on the clock. We talk about it. And then the video's over. That's it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, you know how it is. 5 minutes on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Relationship goals, expectations versus reality, random rants.
Mm-hmm.
Let's first talk about what are relationship goals.
I think a lot of people put relationship goals on things that they see in social media a lot. 80% of it. There's only like 20% of people who are like my grandparents or their parents are been together for 40, 50 years and doing something like that. I think that's what some people would deem as relationship goals. And I think those are often the more healthy editions of it. But I think unhealthy editions would be more social media. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think that's pretty true. However, do you think that relationship goals are motivated by the man, like the man relationship, or the female woman relationship? Like, who do you think will want to aspire to be like a certain relationship more? Like, who would push that?
I think it's definitely women. More times than not, women have more expectations and ideas for what the relationship should be. I feel like as a guy, if I look at another guy and I see his relationship, I count him lucky. He has a good woman who's supporting him and stuff, but it's not necessarily something that I will try to emulate or try to, put as mine. I might just, take a few points, say, for example, he treats his girl to a nice dinner here, or, he sings to his girl, like, oh, that's pretty cute. Maybe I'll consider that for me. But I think definitely women would be like, this is relationship goals. They're doing this, they're doing that. Instead of it being like, oh, that's cool, maybe I'll borrow that. That's, why am I not getting this? Why is my relationship not like this?
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense because let's transition. Do you personally do you feel like you would want your relationship more private or more public?
Hmm. I think if I'm really happy, I would be okay with it being public. Like, if I'm happy, she's everything that I want, she's really supportive, and it's like, I just love her to death, it will be everywhere. But I think that to get to that certain point, relationship isn't always supposed to be public. I think that to get to that certain point, you have to address some of the demons, within you and the skeletons in your closet, because I think there's certain things that we don't address before we get in a relationship.
What are some areas of friction or conflict do you think you see in couples who have goals versus expectations? For example, she says, "Oh, I want to be spoiled every week," but you say, "Realistically, I can only spoil you every month."
Mm-hmm.
Where do you feel like there will be points of friction or stuff like that?
I mean, I always find that women tend to compromise more on their goals and vision when it comes to relationships. But I think the main problem about every single relationship, especially in college and most things in general, is that before you get together, you don't have a sit-down conversation about the expectations. You're like, oh, this person's cool, this person's cute. We've been doing it for a while, so let's just kick it for a long time. But do you actually sit down and be like, this is what I expect, this is what I want, this is what I can provide to you? There is no clear line of communication. And because of that, there is no comprehension down the line. Like, you're playing catch up most of the time, to be honest.
That makes sense. I agree. What's the time?
The time? We got a minute and 8 seconds.
Got a minute and 8 seconds. Okay,
Yeah.
So I guess I can give a little bit of perspective on this. I feel like you're right. If you like her a lot, want to show her off, just show her off. But you don't. Do you feel like you have to Do you feel like there's a component of being being in a relationship that you have to show off your significant other? Or do you feel like it can be kept private and there's still intimacy there?
Women want to feel validated. Everyone wants to feel validated. That their feelings are validated and that the relationship is validated and that you're not going to go out and start cheating on them and doing different things. They want to know. And they know that based on the type of character you are and how you treat them and just how you engage in general. So some women will want to go through your phone to feel validated. And other women who might be more secure or not, I know that's not more for me to judge, will
What do you
just take
prefer?
you. I prefer the more secure woman. I prefer a woman who's not always having anxiety and all these type of things. I understand that's functions of people, but if you can handle your own weight, then that's not something a burden I have to pull onto myself.
Perfect ending right there.
Yeah, normally we got the after what conclusion? What do you call that? Epilogue.
It's a summary epilogue.
Yeah, summary epilogue. You got any last notes you want to throw in?
I don't really have much. I was kind of asking most of the questions, being a facilitator.
Oh,
You answered a lot. So.
I guess the gist of it, if we can just boil it down to something, is that expectations are something that should be known. Remember, communication is important, but comprehension is even more important. People are cool, people are attractive, people are smart, but really you got to think about, can you work together? Can you be supportive to one another? I think that's the main thing that you should take away, and just something I've taken away. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to his channel. I'm probably going to throw something up throughout the video. I don't know.
CEO.
See you. If you like these type of content, remember to comment what you want to see next. If you want more about this, make sure to hit that like button, share with a lot of your friends and all these type of things like that. If you want to see a part 2 to this and want me to bring Austin back, let me know. Is there anything else?
That's pretty much it. I would end the video right here. There you go.
Right. All right. And that's the wrap. Yes. Expectation, realities, and relationship goals. That is the topic for today's video.